One of my favorite subscribers on my channel, and her name is Deborah, and she's very interested in my videos, and she's been following me for a really, really long time. And Deborah, I so much appreciate it. She was very inquisitive about my machine, and when I was doing, I'm making the construction of sewing bag, and I'm going to show you the machine. This is a Quattro 2. I know you're seeing it backwards. I'll flip it when I do the movie, when I, connect the movies. So this is the Innovis 6700D. 6700D means that they're allowed to use the Disney designs. So I'm going to just give you a brief introduction. These are your sewing stitches. So we'll go to page 1. As you can see, there's a lot of stitches. Now, this one here, the first one that says 1-01 is a straight stitch, and it's all the way to the left, but you're probably seeing this backwards. So this stitch shows you that if you need to do a stitch really close to the left side of the fabric, it moves the needle. So if I press this, it moves my needle. So now I haven't put my my extender on, and I haven't put the foot on, because right now what I'm going to do is change the needle. I think I did change this. Actually, I did. I think. Well, what they say is to every project, change a needle, because it's so important, because the needle is what pierces the fabric. If it gets dull, it doesn't, it just messes it up. And fabric is expensive today. So these are basically the straight stitch fabric stitches. And then there's, zigzag, and there's different zigzags. And as you go down, this machine does all these kind of different stitches. And it has a P, it has an S, and then it has a Q. Q is for quilting. The P, I forgot. I think it's piecing. So now also on this side, it gives you more stitches. So you have all these stitches. So let's see. You have page 2 of this particular stitch over here. See, it's highlighted. Now I'm going to go here. All these stitches are connected to this stitch. So it has all these crazy, the zigzag, the looping. This is a really good stitch. I use it. This is like a blanket stitch. This is a blanket stitch. All right. So now this one, number 3, is all these stitches. So, I mean, it's beautiful. So when you press the stitch, it shows it to you on the screen, and it tells you what foot to use. Now the different feet have letters on them. I don't know if you could see it, and I can't focus it in, but there's a number, there's a letter on there. So it really guides you through it. Now this stitch here is for your buttonhole. You're going to make the button loops, before you sew the button on it. This is all this, okay? So if I wanted to do this button, it shows me what to do. This button here makes my needle move, and you see if the camera's not focusing, makes my needle move. I'm going to have to move it so that it could focus again. I don't know. What's it doing here? All right, there you go. So what it did was, you see how the line went? So that fabric is, the fabric is it's going to sew the fabric. Now it's going to sew the fabric down this way. And then, okay? That's if you're really lazy. This is the quilting stitch. These are all my quilting stitches. And I use a lot of the 13, 14 when I'm doing machine applique. and then you can adjust them. Right here is your needle up, needle down button. This is your return 3 stitches backwards, and this cuts the fabric. Okay, this is your width, your length, and the tension. You never have to touch the tension on these machines because they're so precise. So if I'm doing, let's say, a quilting stitch and I have to do a machine applique. Let's see if I can show you. So these are the machine applique stitches, and what I do is I write them down. I write down the number of the stitch and the width, because when I'm doing machine applique, there's a certain stitch that I require to make it look good. Okay, so if you wanted to adjust this, all you have to do, I'm working with my left hand and I'm holding the camera with my right hand. So all I'm doing is touching the width, touching the length. I can't work with my left hand. See, so you see the stitches getting smaller and smaller? So that's what that does. Then it also has the home screen. It wants to know if I want to delete the pattern. Yeah, because I'm not interested. This is the home screen. It's got the sewing, the embroidery edit, and the Disney. These are I showed you already the sewing panels. Now, this is my embroidery. So in the embroidery, each picture has its own pictures. For instance, if I press Mickey Mouse, I hope you're getting this. My camera's, focusing in. So let's say Mickey Mouse. And it's showing me the Mickey Mouse, and it's got 8 pages to Mickey Mouse's designs. It's got little Minnie Mouse and Donald Duck and Goofy. Okay? And I'm in the car. Now, when you do an embroidery, I'm going to make a video because I'm going to show Deborah and then maybe my subscribers exactly what this machine can do. But right now, I'm going to go just through the basic parts of the designs. And then these are the frames. Some of them are frames. That one is a frame. And then there's just lettering. This one is adorable, but this takes a lot of stitches. And it's a lot of sewing. And this particular one, I don't know if it has it right now, but when I get to the embroidery part, now on this side here is the cotton, the thread that you're going to use, and I have it set up for sulky because I use sulky thread a lot, and you can set it up for any one you want. Also, now it's going to show you the design here. It's going to start the design right here. All right. And then it also has a picture of what it's going to look like with my hoop connected to it. See, so now if I want to make this picture smaller because I don't, want this big picture, you can change the hoop side. And here's the hoop sizes. Excuse my French. It's my Brooklyn accent that just gets me in trouble all the time. So now this machine comes with 1, 2, 3. I think I have 4 hoops with this. But this particular design will only do the extra large hoop, which is this, or the medium size hoop. See, now it changed the size. Certain designs will accept certain hoops depending on the amount of stitches, okay? If I wanted to go in, zoom in, I can go in closer to it to look more closely to my design. And then it gives you the option to close out, okay? And I'm returning this. So